So, February is a month where we typically celebrate treasured relationships. And this got me to thinking about what it takes to create and maintain relationships. This is very important to most of us. When we think about relationships, we think about connection and trust, building trust and communication. Often, what comes up next is getting clear about who we are, what we want, how to communicate that to others, how to ask for what we need so that we can build a relationship and maintain it. And this is a two-way path, however. It's equally important to notice and sense what the other person is asking for and communicating, and how we negotiate that is an important piece to building and maintaining relationships. So I can be clear about what I want, and I also benefit from noticing the response I'm getting. I have three horses who live at a ranch in Ramona, California called Featherheart Ranch. And all of us who visit there or work there have been working on creating a relationship with this little mini horse named Buddha. He's been around us for a few years, but he's still really working on trusting humans. And so when I interact with Buddha, I am thinking about what is it I would like and how can I communicate that to him? And I have to notice his response to me. As I am in here in his pen and I notice his fear and his maybe wanting to trust but not sure about it. I'm noticing his response to me. So one of the things I immediately think about is getting down a little bit more on his level. You can see me walking over and kind of crouching down and sort of leaning on the corral panel so I can be more at his level. And then I'm noticing my breathing and I'm reaching my arm out so that he can decide if he wants to come up and sniff me. Horses' world is all about their five senses. So they smell and they see and they hear and they sense what's going on. And that's a big part of them deciding whether or not I'm safe. So I reach my hand out and I'm reading his cues on how comfortable he is with this. And you can see me trying this a couple different times. This was success. This was great. I didn't have a treat in my hand. I wasn't offering him anything. It was just, please come and let's meet and say hello. And this felt really great. And I wanted to share that with you. So there's another horse on the ranch named Josie, and she is completely different in her approach and what I can do in terms of my relationship with her. This is a completely different kind of relationship. She wants to be close. She wants to sniff my neck. She wants to sometimes put her head right on my shoulder and just leave it there. And, I can do different things with my relationship with this horse. When I walk away, she follows me. If I walk out of her pen, she follows me right out. So I like to think about this in terms of creating trusting relationships with horses and also with human relationships in our life. I think this is a great reminder to us that it's not only what we want to ask for. I hear people use the word boundaries a lot. Boundaries are important. It's a way of letting people know what's okay and what's not okay for us. And it's also very important to read what the other part of our relationship is communicating to us, whether that's a four-footed being that we're creating relationship with or whether it's a two-footed being. It's a two-way path. Here's to creating and building trust, maintaining relationships, adjusting when need be to each other's needs, finding out what's going on, or at least being curious about what's going on as you shift and change in your relationships. I invite you to think back on your month of February and ask yourself, what did you do to build trust, to foster relationships, to create new relationships, to convey what you want to communicate, and to convey your feelings. How many people did you tell that you loved? How many people did you say, I love you? That's one of the things I try to do every day, or at least weekly. Who do I need to let know that I care about them? Who do I need to tell that I love them?